What's up, family? It's another one for the century, man. We good?
For sure.
Get the viewers, provide the viewers with it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Corn. I'm back with another Fuel by Pain podcast. Today I have my amazing friend Armani. She got her own podcast. I'll let her tell you about it first. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but today we're gonna be talking about some real deep things. Relationship this, relationship that, a little bit of everywhere. But I'll let her introduce herself and then we'll get started.
So what's up, y'all? So I'm Armani Ladell. I have a podcast called The Right Number Podcast where we talk about everything self-analyzing, reflecting, and correcting, just so we can just show up as our best selves on purpose. I try to be very transparent on there, and you can find that on Instagram at TRN Pod, and then also on YouTube, and you can just type in my name, Armani Ladell, and it'll pop up.
You hear me? Just like that, from one business owner to another, man. One podcast owner to another one. And that's how we work, man. We come together, we collab. That's how to make the world go around. So today we'll be getting into a couple of things: relationship this, relationship that, a little bit of everywhere. Some of the good conversations, the deep conversations, the conversations that people don't want to have. Yeah.
Yes, I'm ready.
So Armani, should I kick your topic off first or my topic? Matter of fact,
do you?
We'll go into it a different way.
Okay.
How's your relationship life?
It's it's cool. Like, I just got out of a relationship.
Out. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you were definitely still in.
No.
Didn't know that. I don't want to start a podcast. You feel me? Like, I know this is wrong, but like,
yeah.
You
But
feel
I
me?
mean, it's honestly, you can keep it in there. Like, it's a part of life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a mental battle, which we're gonna talk about today.
Yeah.
But I rule everything up to God and His timing, so I don't necessarily look at things like. At first, it's hard. I'm not gonna just act like I'm not human. It's like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
You know, y'all be, this was the one. This was the
You
one.
God.
But
That's the hurtful part.
But it's just, you just gotta respect God and just for me at least, I don't know about anybody else, but I keep getting better in my relationships personally. So like, every relationship is better than the last. So I just look at that like, okay, God is really putting me in positions to grow. So when I meet my husband, I'm ready. And I think that's the thing I have to focus my attention on. Like, I'm growing in every situation. And even in this one, like, I gave 100%, right? So some people look at like, dang, I gave 100%. I'm about to give up. And that's how I was for like maybe like 2-3 days. I was like, I was like, God, you playing, right?
Yeah, you feel me? Like, you did it. Ain't no way.
I was so mad at God. I was like, yo, like, I did everything you told me to. And it still didn't work out. Like, what? But it's just like, I've developed, and I just thank God for that, because I've developed a level of faith where it's just like, I know what I put out is going to come back. And I know that's going to happen. I just have faith in that. And even if it don't now, one day to pay off. So,
you know, I feel like this is the perfect podcast between the perfect people. Because I'm the complete opposite.
really?
Yeah. For me, okay. So me, myself, and we ain't been in a relationship since like August. Yeah. So for real, just battling things, and I feel like I was at that point of I'm definitely still there. Not letting love in, blocking it out, really not even allowing anybody to get on that level with me.
Really?
Holding my feelings, being accountable for myself, being accountable for my actions this time. And I think the reason it messed me up so much, because like you said, I was giving my 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I was in this for the right reasons. Like, it wasn't, like, granted, I'm not saying my past relationships were anything wrong or I didn't go in for the right reasons. I didn't go in at 100%. All I'm saying is that, like you said, I grew.
Yeah.
And when I saw, like, it was time, when I saw myself, it was time to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
It was really time to settle down, and like I say, accountability. That became a very, very big thing.
That's the word of the year.
Feel me? Like, the old me was, I do what I do. I'm out here, I'm young. Life just gonna be life.
Yeah.
But I feel like as you grow up, as you go through the trials and tribulations of life, you gotta learn some way, somehow. And I feel like, if anything, that's what my last relationship taught me. It was a lesson.
Okay.
Truly a lesson. And I'm grateful for it, but we ain't trusting it. I'm still at that level. I ain't trusting nobody.
Okay, so why is it that, though? If I can ask questions, like,
we deep.
Okay,
okay. Yeah, we fueled by pain, baby. Come on.
Okay. So if you feel like that taught you lessons, you should, or not should, but what makes you want to just shield it? The lessons that you learned, what makes you want to harbor it for yourself instead of just... Now, I'm all for, like, if God's telling you to sit down for a second and just, you need to stop dating for a minute, because that's what God is telling me. He's like, girl, you keep trying. I keep telling you no.
You feel me? How many times you gonna get smacked on the ass for it to hurt?
Okay. Like, what's the last day? What's the last straw? So it's okay if it is like, okay, yeah, I need to just take a break. But I don't think it's doing yourself any service by blocking yourself off from love. Like,
I just seen a TikTok and it was just like, the reason you can't get over your ex is because you're still in those same dark rooms. You're saying you're doing the same things. You're sitting in the dark reminiscing about the person, smoking weed, getting high, getting drunk, going out to parties, really just living life on the edge, really not caring about yourself enough to kind of like dedicate that time, that mental space to you and you only. And that's why I feel like I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Not taking no time for me.
And they say hate. I don't know if you hate the ex or not, but like listen, don't answer because I'm about to tell you something. You might not like my answer, so just hold it in real quick.
I wouldn't say hate. I wouldn't say hate, gang.
But like, that's a strong word. Like, when we say we hate or we regret, like, that's a form of love. So it's like, hate is just the opposite of love. But it's still the emotion of love. It's just the fact that you can't love.
And
yeah,
I get it.
So you letting that kind of control, and I've been there. I'm not gonna lie. I told you I was there for 3 days. But I was so mad. Like, when I tell you, I was borderline crash out. Like, I was borderline crash out. I had people on the phone, Armani, don't crash out, don't crash out, don't crash. Like, they literally have to tell me this because I was like, it was hate on my mind. But just knowing who I am and how far I've come, especially in my faith, it's like I cannot do that. But it's like, we have to just be okay and content in every situation. I know that thing is hard and you don't want to deal with them emotions, but I told you 3 days. And in those 3 days, it felt like eternity. It felt like, the pain is never going to stop. But I'm having better days day by day. Like, since Thursday, I have not cried. Maybe Thursday.
That's good.
Like, I have not cried since Thursday.
Oh my God.
I have not, like,
crazy.
I have not really thought about it since Thursday. And it's like, we have to cherish those times. And like,
on your mind.
Yeah. And like, embrace that, because going through the breakups, you feel all that stuff. But then you have, or at least for me, those spots of happiness, and even like the lesson, like, just see the betterment out of it. Like you said, you're growing, you got lessons. So focus on that. Don't put yourself in that. We be so comfortable in depression. Like,
it is so much easier said than done. I promise you, y'all. When I tell you, like, granted, I'm a busy person. I truly am. I am a busy person. So when it truly, like, it doesn't even take a lot for me to become depressed, but it stays there even while I'm in this busy, like, to be able to overcome everything in my daily life, run a brand, work, and still be mentally drained and depressed, still put out to the world. That's, a lot of people don't know. That's kind of why I stopped doing my motivational videos, like motivational quotes and motivationals every single day, because it was a realization and accountability thing for me. It was on some, Quan, you cannot be putting out to the world goodness and greatness and positivity when you in behind the dark. Every time you go out. It was so crazy, bro. One day I went out, made a video, came back in the room and cried. It was just that easy to put on the facade for the people around me and to myself, and it showed me that ain't who I want to be.
Yeah.
So why not come back when I'm greater? Why not come back when I'm ready? And I ain't say I'm ready. I ain't ready yet. But that's the power of this podcast. That's why I get the experience with you and kind of share and dig it with you, and hopefully I get better in the end.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of people. And that's why I say, like, I'm really big on transparency. Because, like you said, like, that coming out and posting that motivational content, like, I am not motivated. I am faking for y'all. But that's something that... I be getting deep, y'all. Y'all
that's good.
Talk about, but really, with my faith, like, that's like a trick of the enemy to me. like it's like you're trying to tell me that I can't say these things, because those motivational posts aren't for everybody else. They can just be for you. Like, they're for you. They're not for everybody else. I used to post, like, you know how you make your highlights on your Instagram. So I have like post, you know, just reposting stuff or screenshot or just post a quick video, and I'll put it in my highlights. And it'll be like, y'all, if y'all going through something, just go to my highlights and look at this. But you know how often I go to my highlights and look at that? I don't have that same well, I don't even have Instagram right now, but I don't have that same highlight on there. But
I like that.
Even yeah, that junk is for you.
I like that. I like that.
That junk is for you. Like, people need to know, like, yo, I'm going through it too, and this is something I need to hear. Like, I was watching your motivational Mondays and stuff. Like, I was seeing that. So it's like, where do that stuff come from? It don't just come from just being happy all the time. It come from, actually, I need to hear this. Like, I don't know. That's just how I look at it. Like, okay, that was actually good. Like, he probably went through that, because what you were saying, I was like, oh, I'm kind of going through that too. So I need to tell myself that it's not just for everybody else. Post stuff literally for you.
You know, it's crazy.
And then if people relate, they relate.
You went deep. And it's crazy that you think that way, because I feel like a lot of people don't. It's crazy that you... That's crazy.
Like, you actually cool. Like, you actually deep a little bit. You actually know something.
You feel me? But nah, for real, like, a lot of those videos were things that were going on in my life right then and there. So it was easy to talk about them. It was easy to express. It was easy to talk about a solution, because I knew what the problem was. I already made the accountability issue. I knew what the problem was. I saw the solution, but that doesn't mean I knew how to get there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a cycle that I wouldn't say that's continuous, but it's what word am I looking for? It's sporadic. It comes and goes when it wants to, and I think that's the scariest part.
Cause you be thinking you're good, and then it be like, boom, a trigger. But just something that I have to continuously learn, because I felt like I've been bipolar. I'm like, that's what my friend, girl, put me in the psych ward. Put me in the psych ward.
Don't count.
I literally was on the phone. I was boohooing like, girl, I think you might need to put me in the psych ward, because I'm going crazy. Like, one minute I'm happy, I'm rapping Kendrick Lamar album. The next minute I'm boohooing, driving, cannot see. Like, it's crazy, but it's not linear. Like, it's not going to always be like this. It's going to be up and down. We see that all the time. We see that on every post. It's not linear. Healing is not linear, but it's so true. Like, it's so real. And that's what people need to see, because they going through it. I think everybody go through trauma. I know for a fact everybody go through trauma, because we sinners. Like, we go through trauma. But, and like, oh, you know, all the statistics be like, oh, 1 in 3 people go through this. No, everybody go through it. It's just 1 in 3 people reporting it.
Feel me? And that's why I say everybody feel about pain in one way or another.
Exactly.
Yeah, it might not even be the same purposes of like when I'm running it, but everybody done went through something in life. There is something in your life that has made you the person that you are today. That doesn't mean that it has been painful or it has been traumatizing, but the thing is that it taught you something. It doesn't have to be pain on a gruesome level. Like, it can be heartfelt. That's all. But yeah,
that's good.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. So one of the first topics on our list was that go hand in hand was emotional intelligence and emotional vulnerability. You want to take a stab first? I can get in it. Nah, I'm gonna let you go deep first.
Okay, so
crazy. Pause, y'all. Hello, I'm gonna go get my drink anyway. I've been looking over here. I'm gonna get that anyway. That's crazy wordplay. I ain't even gonna take it out. That's raw, you know.
Okay, so first things first, emotional vulnerability. Oh, I can never talk, y'all. I get it from my mom, but she cannot talk. But emotional vulnerability, I definitely believe you cannot be vulnerable until you are aware. So we have to know what we're feeling and know that emotions are not bad, and embrace it. Because for me, I like to say I'm vulnerable. I like to use myself as an example, because it's took me a long time to get to where I'm at. And I can definitely say it's been hard. So it's kind of the way society is right now, like it makes it hard for people to be emotionally vulnerable. And then we kind of make it hard too. Because once upon a time, I expected everybody to just understand what I'm feeling. I expected everybody to agree with my feelings. But my emotions are my emotions. I just need somebody to hear me. And a lot of times, people are too busy trying to combat it. It's like so argumentative. Like, well, you shouldn't feel that way. Exactly. And it's like, no, this is why people cannot be vulnerable with you, because you don't know how to just listen and accept my emotion. My emotions are not for you to fix, especially in relationships. If I tell you that I'm sad, that is not, I mean, yes, you can make me happy if you desire to, but if I tell you something you did makes me upset or makes me sad, it's not for you to talk me out of it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times people aren't alluded the opportunity to be vulnerable. Like, I guess I gave a good example, but I do think we have to be aware first, because we cannot, a lot of times we walk around without that intelligence of our emotions to be like, oh yeah, I just haven't ate all day, so I probably am a little rowdy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I need to actually take a step back. Boy. We don't know how our body handles situations because we don't pay attention to ourselves. We just act like we have an attitude. But really, girl, you got 2 hours of sleep. You have not eaten breakfast.
You feel me? That nigga ain't text you this morning. It's okay.
Look, and we catastrophize every single thing. We act like one person not texting us be the whole world saying they hate us.
Oh my God.
I be texting my friend, like, girl, I think everybody hates me. Cause is it just that, you know, that episode of SpongeBob where everybody just left SpongeBob under
by himself, like
that's how I be feeling. Like, okay, y'all not messing with me today. Ain't nobody said good morning today.
Ain't nobody said nothing.
And it's like, but why do I feel like that? Because I can be vulnerable with that emotion, but if I don't know why I feel like that, I wouldn't be able to pinpoint. I would just start cutting up on everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I just cut people off.
And that's a problem.
That's my problem. that's my biggest problem. It's crazy because I wake up and I don't, a lot of times I don't be want to express like the vulnerability side, because I feel like men who see other men being vulnerable, it's almost as a weakness. Mm-hmm. And it's like, sad. In a sense, it is, but it's almost like it's what society has built around us for us to kind of be judged by or walk towards. Like, that's just the life we live in. Every man is kind of up for himself. No, there's not a lot of men holding each other up. I think that's the biggest thing about it. Just think about it. If you had one brother saying you can come be vulnerable to me, and a whole group of people saying you come be vulnerable to me as a man, you can cry. You can cry on my shoulder. Here it is. Not get off me. I ain't with all that gay shit. You feel me? Like, it's ways around it, bro. It's the neighborhoods and the environment that I live up in. We're not doing that. We're not hugging. I'm not crying on your shoulder. I'm not hugging you so you can lay on my shoulder and cry to me, tell me about your feelings. No, suck it up. Be a man.
And I think I don't think it goes into gender roles, but that disheartens me so bad. Like, it really breaks my heart. You so funny. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. But that really breaks my heart because you guys don't have that. Because it's easier for women, obviously. But it's, at the same time, it's still a struggle, but we don't struggle on the level that men do on that note. And I can't admit that. But I think, because I wish I could. Like, a part of me is like, dang, I just wish I would just do that. But I do think it's important that we cultivate the right people around us that allows us to do that. Like, if you don't, we have friends for the club, we got friends for studying, we got friends to vent to, we got friends to talk about the world. Like, we have different friends for everything. And I think it's very important to just surround ourselves with people who are emotionally intelligent. And it's hard to find. Like you said, in this society, it's very hard to find. And people talk about mental health, they talk about all this stuff all the time, but we don't practice it in a day-to-day life. Like, we talk about it when it's at a traumatic event. Like, oh, yeah, we need to make sure we doing this for her because she didn't try to do this. No, what about when I was literally bottling in my emotions and you thought I was being fake because I was quiet, but I'm actually traumatized after what we just saw last night, but nobody cares to talk about it. But I also think, just tying in that relationship topic that you brought in, I think that's a pro to healthy relationships. Because as a woman, the woman is like the safeguard for a man. And I don't want to say pride myself, but I feel like I feel like that's my duty as a girlfriend, because the world may not accept you. I can identify with that. I identify with you with that, because I can see the world how they treat you. That's why I think it's important how we choose our partners, because women should know that part. Like, you can't go out here for some reason these men ain't letting you, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm the one to tell you stop hanging with them niggas, because you can't be cool with, you can't talk about your feelings, you can't talk about real life stuff. Them not your friends. But as a woman, that is our job to nurture, and I hate the stigma around it, just like, oh, men can't be emotional, men can't do that. I hate that, because y'all kind of also disqualify yourself from even getting there. It's not like you can't, it's like you won't.
No, and you're not lying. You're not lying in a sense. But it's on a... I put it like this. It's crazy. I just told somebody this. Okay, so think about it like this. As a man, just imagine this. As a man, you go use the restroom, you flush your toilet. Now, you don't flush your toilet. You flush your toilet on the left side your whole life for 24 years, right? Now, just imagine this 24 years been pain all your life, right? Now, all of a sudden, somebody comes into your life and puts the button up top. The button for the toilet up top to flush now. But you tempted to use it, but you don't want to, because it's new to you. It's somebody trying to introduce something into your life that you have never seen before. And I feel like that's exactly what that is for men, for a lot of men. It's almost like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm a very emotional person. Me, myself, and I'm very emotional. My best friends can tell you, I be want to cry. I be want to talk about my feelings, but I'm not. I'm not. And it comes from a place because I know where it's going. In a sense, I feel like I know where it's going to go. It's either going to be used against me. I'm probably going to say the wrong thing. Like, as a man, I feel like anytime I'm talking, those are the questions I always have to ask myself before anything comes out my mouth, before I become vulnerable to another person. How is this going to affect me? Can I actually trust this person? Because I think that's one of my biggest things. Like I said in the beginning, I don't trust anybody except my best friends, Maine, Beyonce, my family, stuff like that. But my close friends I trust, but anybody else that comes into my life, I don't. And I feel like that's what makes it very, very hard to allow new friendships, situationships, and relationships in my life.
Yeah. And I can see that. I think women have a bit more patience. We was talking about patience earlier. Because I felt the same way. I've experienced that as well. Again, probably not to the degree as a man, so I'm not discrediting that. But I think it's the matter of faith in that it's going to pay off. I know growing up, I was raised by my dad, and he used to always tell me, no matter what people do to you, keep your heart. And it does not matter what people do to you, keep your heart. If they don't appreciate, now that kind of failed me in some areas, because I was a little gullible. I was a little gullible. I was a little like, even this, like, recently I realized I'm a little codependent. I let my love turn into codependency once I feel like you could take care of me, and we kind of lose ourselves a little bit. And then that be like, where, dang, I should have never did that. I'm never going to do that again. But it's like, no. Just ask God to restructure it so you can steward it well.
You feel me?
Because now you have discernment. Now you know, okay, this time I'm just going to set a boundary. I'm not going to set maybe not a guard. Like, I was just talking to my friend about this earlier. Guards and boundaries. Guards is like, I'm not letting nothing in. You're not getting it. It's not getting out of me. Period, point blank. We standing firm on it. A boundary is like a thin line. It's like a line that will tell you to... like just a safety line, like, like a circle around something.
Perimeter.
Yeah. And I can adjust my boundaries based on my emotions. I can adjust my boundaries based on my mental health. So, whatever. So boundary, I can adjust it. So if I tell somebody, like, I'm not opening up until we just hypothetically be 6 months in. I'm not telling you about my trauma until I'm 6 months in with you. So I know who you are for real, and I can see you can handle it. This is hypothetical. This is not a real boundary, but it may be something to consider for some people. I can adjust that boundary if I decide to. I can say, oh, actually, I think I want to wait 9 months because I haven't seen you in 2 of the months. Or I might want to wait just 4 months because actually you seem like I can adjust it based on what I can handle. So I think the boundaries are important, but we also have to realize we can't control people. I think a part of that is like us trying to control people, and that's something I struggle with a lot. because of this my own trauma. It's like, okay, if I can control this situation, nothing bad will happen to me. And that's not always the case, because anytime we deal with our hearts, something bad is going to happen. That's what nobody's ready to hear. Like, anytime we're dealing with our emotions, our heart, people are not us. They're going to hurt our feelings. And we're going to have to be like, okay.
Every single time.
It's okay, though. That's okay. I don't think we want to be okay with that. But people are going to hurt our feelings because people are not us.
You know what I started losing? And I realized, once I took this into realization, I promise everything got better. Realize, take your emotions out of it. Have no expectations, bro. I think that was one of my biggest downfalls. And it was also, I feel like that's why my relationship didn't last. It was an expectation thing. It was, in the beginning, this was, this what I felt like 100% looked like. Granted, it wasn't, but that's what I felt, because I was emotionally vulnerable. What I felt like I was ready. And granted, it wasn't, but.
So what does...
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
What does no expectation look like as far as what? Because I agree. Because I tell people all the time, like, when you're dating, but the dating scene, not the relationship scene. The dating scene is two different things. Two
different sceneries, boy.
But the dating scene, no expectations, I agree with. But what does that look like to you? I just want to see your POV.
So for me, when I say no expectations, it's for my heart, and my heart only. When I say no expectations, like, if you say, granted, if we went on a date and everything on peaches, gravy, we smooth, and one day, the next morning, you don't text me, it could be a quiz. And that's what I mean by no expectations. I can allow myself to care anymore. I've taken my heart off the board. It's like, it's one of those things, like, I see it, I realize it, I got to be okay with it, because I'm used to it. Once again, that flushing scene. It's been on the left side the whole time. I already knew it was gonna stay on the left. It was never gonna make its way to the top, because once again, that's what I'm used to. That's what I've been saying my whole life.
Okay.
I'm shut down. I ain't gonna lie. To a point of, and I be asking my homeboys. And a lot of, it's crazy, 'cause a lot of them, like the message, they felt the same way. But am I damaged beyond return? No. And when I say. You say no.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna take I feel like it's gonna take some real healing, some genuine people. Some actual genuine people. And I think that's hard to come around now.
Yeah. You have to be intentional. And it's hard for you to be intentional. I be hating to be like a therapist. I go to school for that, though. So that's like literally. But you have to be intentional, because I know the feeling. Like, I know the feeling. I know so many feelings. I think I'm more so... Okay.
It's just 30 minutes. First 30 minutes.
Okay.
3 seconds.
Boom. Okay. So I know the feeling. I kind of forgot what I was about to say. But you have to be intentional with the people around. And it's hard. Honestly, I say you're not damaged beyond return, because you still have breath in your lungs.
That's true.
And that's a blessing. You still have time to adjust. You still have time to grow. And nothing is too... I'm so faith-based. But God is so real. I don't join the boys
outside, man.
Huh?
I don't join the boys outside.
What that mean? No. What?
I'm
you literally setting yourself up for that. Like, now you really say, I'm thinking you won't love.
Intrusive thoughts. I just play, y'all. I just play.
But no, I feel it be like, okay, no hope. Like, at this point, I'm gonna just play the cards I'm dealt. But those are not the cards you were dealt. That's an illusion. That is an illusion. You can definitely have, but you have to position yourself to do so. Like, you have to extend your faith. And nothing is possible without God, first of all. So that's a genuine person you need. That's a genuine person you need. And after that, the people that are going to be around you is going to change. And when the people that are around you, the characteristics of those people that you handpick. One thing, my dad is a genius. I'm not going to lie. I love him.
Shouts out to Pops, man.
Okay, shouts out to Pops. He's a genius because he always emphasize the importance of a village. And the people that are around you, what are they good for? it's important. Like, that's one thing I'm not gonna lie. I have not had the best taste in relationships in my whole entire life. I'm not gonna just discredit. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna discredit because I've had some.
No, I'm just saying bubble ball, man.
No. I like no. Even my like that was great. Like everything that was great. It just wasn't God. Like God said no.
You know what?
God said no. Yes,
it did.
So
but damn.
Pay attention. Exactly. It just hurts, and you focusing too much on the hurt because this. I can't. Again, the energy that you put out is going to be exactly what you get. So the areas that you take yourself is going to be exactly who you find. You're not going to find a wholesome woman in the streets.
Oh, I ain't looking in the street, man.
I'm saying like and then if you're not open to receive the things that woman has, you're going to miss out. And you're not going to realize it. Like you might have, I don't know, your relationships or anything, but you might have had a woman that was like, she may have needed a little bit, just a little tweaking, but she was perfect almost for me. Not perfect, but perfect for me. And a lot of times, we lose reality because we think everything is supposed to be peaceful. Everything is not peaceful. We are humans. You go through stuff. I go through stuff. So I'm not your peace. You need to have your own peace, then be with somebody else who has their own source of peace. So when y'all both are having bad days, y'all not going to each other trying to play God. No, go to God. Like, stop trying to make each other happy. Like, I think, and I speak from experience. I speak from experience. Like, I try to fill a void with people, and I cannot fill a void with people. Like, you're going to fail me. You are a sinner just like me. You mess up just like me. And once we realize that emotional intelligence factor, that people have things that trigger them. People have things that's wrong with them. They don't say everything to us. They may say stuff to us that we may miss. They may, like, you don't even know how people, I be watching movies and it'd be like a serial killer. And what am I watching right now? I was just watching something. I don't know. But anyway, it'd be like a serial killer and he met somebody, fell in love. But like, Shawty, you don't even know this man grew up. He grew up like this. What was I think I was just watching Ray. Like, remember that movie Ray?
I love Ray.
And I just was thinking, like, when he was dating his wife, B, I was just like, dang, I wonder if he told B that he watched his little brother die. Yeah. Like, he didn't. So, and she's wondering, like, why he out in the streets doing drugs, all of this. He don't love me, but she stuck beside him. I'm not saying women stick beside no man that's doing all of that. But just in a sense, like, you don't know what people has been through. And we expect people to be perfect and they're not. And I think that's like when as soon as things get hard, as soon as things get rough, we don't want to have a conversation because we want to pick who we love instead of just loving who we picked. Like, just love them through it all.
Oh, my gosh.
Just love him through it all.
And I wish y'all probably sit on this couch on the outside probably thinking like, damn, this nigga so plugged off, like don't want no love, so bitter.
But no, that's real though,
but it's because I was there though. Yeah. I was there. I think, and that's what pisses me off the most. When I truly say I was at 100%, really? I really mean that. I mean in every possible way.
So do you think there's anything you could have done better?
To be honest, as a man, there's a lot of things I could have done better. Mm-hmm. I'm not perfect. I don't know. Probably learning how to be there for her a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Just understanding her. I don't want to talk about her. No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't say F though. No,
but I can't even. No, we're not. No.
But just food for thought. You don't got to talk about it right now. But just think like, what could I have done better? And just try to do that next time. Yeah. And just keep trying. I'm not saying don't date because I think dating is important. If you don't date, you're never going to get magnified on your flaws. So I'd be like, okay, thanks for the fix, God. I guess we'll try again next week. We'll try again next year or whatever. Just keep trying, though. Don't give up because you give up, you already lost.
Nah. It's good. It's good. I lost that battle this year. It's good, though. That's what next year is for. One of my favorite quotes this year is that we can't want to open the doors using the same key, and that speaks for life. That speaks for love. That speaks for the way you think. You just can't grow as a person.
That's true.
Doing the same stuff. So me being that same old Quan, it doesn't exist no more. And I think that's one of the biggest things for me. That's why when I see people around, they think they know me. I feel like they don't, and that's just my own. I'm entitled to my own opinion, but I feel like people don't know me anymore because of the person that I've changed to because of the person I wanted to become, especially stepping out of my last relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Not this one, the one before that one. It was on some, okay, I see where I want to go. I see how I want to grow. I know exactly what I want to do in my next relationship, and I'm going to do it. And that's exactly what I did. And it backfired.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what threw me off the most. Like Rod always say, man, you took me to the mountain, took me to your mountain, took me, you threw me off. You know, that's how I felt in that moment in my life. But yeah, next question. I'm talk about. Do you think relationships are supposed to be connected on a spiritual level?
Yes, simple answer. But on a deeper level, I love those posts. They be like, yes, but on a deeper level. But on a deeper level, I think everything that society says about relationships is backed up in the word of God. It's just perverted in a sense. And that's it's. I don't want to make it too, because I'm really in my faith. Like, I'm really, 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 really in my faith. People don't know me either, like you said. And, but a lot of the things that we look for in society that we try to debate about it's not a debate. It's a truth in a word. Like I said, love is a action. Love is kind. Love does not keep record of wrong. Love is patient. All of this stuff we see in the word of God. We see the debate about like gender roles, the debate about hierarchy and submission, and like that's all in the word of God. It tells us in different.
What do you think about
books.
Submission?
I think it's real. I think we're supposed to submit to our husbands the same way a man is supposed to submit to God. And a lot of times men, I feel like they look for that dominant role so quick and they fail. And I hate, because I love men. Y'all are kings. I absolutely adore y'all. But where I see a lot of y'all falling is y'all don't submit to the higher power. Because that's where the dominance comes from. That's where the knowledge comes from. That's where the wisdom comes from. That's where the authority comes from. You know how to move when you are submitted to the Lord. And I think for me, just where I'm at now, I cannot submit to somebody who does not have somebody that they're submitted to. Because what do you stand for? You get what I mean? So I think it's very important. Like, all that stuff is in the word, and it just makes it plain and makes relationships so easy. And like I said, society kind of perverts it to make it hard. Like, oh, this is just some fairy tale. This is just only a few people I know. No, we can all have this. But if we put in the work, and I don't think nobody wants to put in the work. They want to, like I said, leave when it's hard. Like, when things don't go your way, we run. And not just men, women too. I just surround myself with just women that are a little different, because I don't know what the world like everybody else do. I know people in the streets. I'm not in the streets no more. In college, I was in the streets. I'm not gonna lie. But like now, like as I get older, it's like I'm getting older. I need a truth. I don't need all these debates and all these debacles about right and wrong and relationships and marriage and all this stuff. I had people literally tell me, "Money, you," because I was always been a lover girl out the friend group. They been like, "You a lover girl? You a love?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And what about it? I'll go look. I don't care. Like, I want to love somebody down. And I had a friend tell me literally, like, she does not believe in marriage. I think that's all fake. And I'm like, where is your faith? Because I believe it's real. But we just don't want to love. But the Bible tells us how to love. And if we just look at it and believe it, I think it'd be so much easier. It may take a little more work, but that's literally what it is. Like, how to love people is in there.
And I feel like, truth be told, the reason a lot of people don't know how to love or how to be loved is because, once again, it's something they haven't experienced. A lot of people don't experience any genuine love other than their parents, if that.
Yeah, if that.
We don't. You go through your whole life wondering what love looks like until you get there. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. You go through your whole life. You get spurts of love. You get a boyfriend here. Y'all good first 3 months. You know, boom, boom, boom. Y'all break up. Boom, you move on. 2-3 months go by. That's trauma, right? 2-3 months go on. 4, 5, 6, 7. You move on with another guy. You might get a little bit further this time. Like you said, you learned something. So you get about 7 to 8 in, maybe a year in, right? Break up, right? Mm-hmm. Break up. Another piece of trauma now. That's 2. All right. Move on forward, right? This time you say, God, give me a little bit more time. So now you do what you think is best for yourself. You give yourself a year and a half, year and 8 months, 9 months of a break, not talking to nobody, really taking time to yourself or what you felt like is your healing phase, if you growing within yourself, and then somebody comes into your life and disrupts it all. And it sets you back to that same, to the step one. And I feel like that's the endless cycle a lot of us are in. We don't experience that genuine love that stays, that genuine love that cares enough to go through the hard parts, the genuine love that wants to talk through the stuff, the genuine love that doesn't give up, that continues to show up. Like Rod Wave say, bro, like, I fix this table for you, even if you don't show up.
Oh,
like,
my God. I wish somebody fix the table for me even if I don't show up.
You feel me? Like, I made this table for you, even if you don't show up, because that's the love I have for you. And I feel like that's what me and a lot of people don't really get on a certain level with Rod. And it's situations like that. Like, you can't understand it because I took myself out of the mix and really put myself in that seat. Like, I done been there before.
Yeah.
I've been there before. Yeah.
I've been there. Listen. What you just said literally is me. Before this relationship lasted me 9 months. Oh, I thought we was getting married. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's a whole nother story. 9 months, that ain't probably not a lot of time. But for me, it is. Because I'm intentional.
I was in the 8. I was in the
like, I'm very intentional with that time. And it took me a long time to even be like, okay, let's do this. It took me a long time. And I was like, okay, let's do this. But even before then, I don't think it was probably only a month before I got out my other relationship. Like, I'm not going to lie. But that relationship before this one it was like, that one just shouldn't happen. I ain't going to lie to you.
Yeah. Yes.
That one just shouldn't happen.
It'd be like that.
It just like, it just should have been a talking stage. It shouldn't have got official. And I just let it be official because I was new to like tons of gifts. Like, it was like love bombing, and it was like, oh, this is cool, I can do that rest of my life. Yep, sign me up. But that wasn't pure, you get what I'm saying? So I can be real and say like, okay, I got into this relationship without pure intention, and while during the relationship it was pure, I was learning to love who I was with. It still was like, yeah, this is too much for me. On the
back end.
Yeah, it's like, we aren't, that situation, it's just like we weren't there. Before that, I think I waited 4 or 5 months. But it's still like we jump in and out of stuff and we don't allow ourselves time to heal. And even if we do, I'm a firm believer in, like you said, learning from the last thing. So it's not going to be a situation where if I'm really learning, I'm going to keep going through the same stuff. Because every single time I've grown, every single time I've been more observant and had more discernment. Like, yeah, you cool, we could talk. We can hang out as friends, but I don't think it's going to go any further. And that's where that boundary is set. Like, you have to learn how to see the playing board. And that's what I'm learning. Thing, yeah. Like, I'm not perfect at all. Like, I'm just telling myself, I think God told me to set out for a year. And I've never set, I ain't going to lie, I don't think I've set out for a year.
I don't think.
Without talking to nobody. Now, relationships is different. I have not been in that many relationships. But talking to somebody, I have not set out a year. So I need to sit out a year and just focus on him and focus on myself and focus on the goal that he has already given me. And that way, all that stuff he can build into me so I'm okay for my next person. All I got to worry about is me. I'm not worrying about nobody else. If I come and I'm not perfect, but I do everything I'm supposed to do and you just aren't it's easier for me to leave because I can see it ahead of time. I'm not wasting months. So I think it's definitely good to take time. And then go to therapy, y'all. We be dragging stuff. We just be dragging stuff.
I know.
You cannot. Listen.
I know. I ain't gonna lie.
I seen this post, and it was like an analogy of relationships and like giving yourself time to heal. And it was like you are carrying, like, so you know how trains have like different backs. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's called, but like different backs. Mm-hmm. And it was like you are adding on a back to your train if you do not heal from something before you get into another one. So now that train is just getting longer and longer. You have more healing to do when you could have just waited a few months in between time and got the help you needed. Because a lot of times we just codependent, like, so and that's I think we push the agenda. That's what I do, at least. I push the agenda, and I be like, well, no, I can fight it, whatever, it's whatever, and it'd be like, or I like me, I'm a communicator. Hey, so this happened, and I just want to just get clarity. I hate to ask you this, like I really hate to ask you because I do trust you. I just I have this in my head. Can we talk about it? And I'm one to talk about it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm big on safe spaces. If you did something, just let me know before somebody else let me know. personally, just let me know. And if we together, that's a different story. But if we just talking, like, I'm a realist. Like, if we're just talking, I don't expect me to be the only person you're talking to.
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie. Until you ask me to be your girlfriend, I don't expect me to be the only person you're talking to. We not having sex, nothing, so it don't matter. But if you were showing interest, me personally, people that I date, they show heavy interest. So it's like, I don't have to even worry. Like, I don't even have to be like, okay, if you're talking to somebody, like, you're showing heavy, you're doing all of this. If you're talking to somebody else and doing this with me, shawty tripping.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I just recently seen that. It was a post on TikTok, and it was talking about, man, TikTok be talking. What, best hours is 4 a.m., y'all. Hear me out. The best hours for TikTok is 4 a.m. He say, shawty say, it was a female that came on there and say, y'all don't be fooled, boy. If that female really liked you, gang, you would know. Mm-hmm. You would know.
You would know.
You would know. If anybody likes you, you would know. You don't have to second guess it.
It's not a guessing game. I tell my friends that junk all the time. I can't wait till I get in my field. I'm doing marriage and family therapy.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun for you.
I cannot
love
wait.
What you do.
I cannot wait because it's not a guessing game.
It's not, bro. Either you love it or you don't, bro. What pisses me off about relationships and marriage and all that, bro, no, people lie to themselves.
And that's the problem. Oh my God, I almost hit you, but not like oh no,
I get that. Some black folks, you feel me? You feel me? No, some black
like, and that's the issue,
bro.
And you just get hit in a crossfire. You get hit with the strays.
Bro, I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna really just tie it in to everything like we've been talking about. But I feel like as a man, bro, you gotta realize. I think the biggest thing for me, man to man, woman to man, man to woman, bro, I watch this person look me in the eye, tell me they love me, they got me. And then tell me they love me, they got me, they're not going to treat me like the same person. And then turn around and do the same. And I think, and when I spoke earlier and I talk about that cycle keep repeating itself. It was like, I thought I was done with that.
Yeah.
I thought I was ready to be. The trust issues were gone. I thought I was ready. Mm-hmm. I was ready. Mm-hmm. I was genuinely ready for a relationship. Those thoughts weren't in my mind no more. I didn't have thoughts of my ex. It wasn't on that. I was truly in what I felt like was a happy place enough for me to kind of like take a pivot to start moving on with the person. And it's crazy I said enough because although you forgive, you never forget. Yeah. It's just one of those things that you just move forward with. And as a man, you just got to move forward. So yeah, that's why I said enough. But yeah, this is a cycle, bro. I hate this.
That's real.
I hate it.
That's real. That is real. You about to. I told you I can't. It's hard for me to cry in front of people, so I ain't doing that.
I ain't gonna lie. But y'all can't see me touching my zipper.
That's trying to attention off of. Yes, I do the same thing. Listen, this is me talking to me too, and talking to you, and talking to everybody else. But do not focus on the bad. Like, stop focusing on that, because that's literally what's going to be your reality. I felt the same exact thing through this last one.
Them 3 days.
I'm not gonna lie, it was 3 consecutive days, then it was like 1 day, and then it was like a half a day. I literally like
couple hours.
It was getting better over time.
Man, I've been here since August.
But that's because you keep thinking about it.
But I'm an overthinker though.
And you have to stop.
I've been drawing lately.
You've been drawing?
I've been trying.
Oh, trying? Like you've been drawing?
No, I've been drawing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have,
but literally, like, the attention we put on that, and it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. I'm literally going through it right now with you. I'm literally just being present and enjoying every single moment that's happy. And when it's sad, I have my moment. Okay? Have my moment. Get back to work. Take yourself some time to have your moment. Get back to work and focus on the things that's positive, because we sit here and think about all the things that has been done wrong to us. I literally do the same thing. I'm like, bro, I did everything right. I just told my friend, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I know I'm ready for a relationship. I know it, because like I'm ready to put in the work. I'm ready to communicate. I'm ready to like die to myself, not necessarily be so prideful. I'm ready to do all those things, but I also have to learn that I have to have discernment on who to do those things with, because everybody don't want to do those things.
Everybody don't deserve it
and
either.
that's what I have to realize. So now, okay, let me sit back, let me get to know people. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, I just have to get to know people. If you feel like you are ready, you need to get to know people. And in the meantime, again, that focus is what drives us. Like, you would sit in that because it's comfortable, it's easy. It's literally the easiest thing to do, to sit in that, like, self-pity. Like, we're like, people keep doing me wrong. It gives you an excuse to not do your dishes. It gives you an excuse to not do your laundry. It gives you an excuse to just not go to work. I literally took off work. I was like, yeah, I had a trip planned. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going back. I don't care. Even though the trip canceled, I'm still not going. I don't care. And I'm still not going. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going. So it gives me an excuse, but it doesn't allow me to, like, the world still goes on. And we deserve happiness. Like, you deserve happiness.
It, but damn.
Yeah.
When is it gonna come?
You have to have faith. Ain't nobody said it was gonna be easy. That's the thing. Everybody keep thinking it's gonna be easy. It's not. The good stuff is working for it. I mean, the good stuff comes with work. Like, okay, so like what's the biggest disconnect between men and women in 2024?
I'll let the lady answer that first. Like I did that.
Okay. Mine is, again, very thought out. It's a 3-parter, maybe 4-parter, but intentionality,
being intentional,
reality, accountability, and I think that all boils down to faith and just hope. I think intentionality, as far as I don't have a lot of experience with a lot of men in 2024. I was with one man, so I don't know, like, I don't know what other men are thinking, but I can say, like, from maybe my friends' situations, I don't think intentionality is, like, on the forefront of a lot of men's minds. Like, we think about, I feel like women and men think differently. Women think about the longevity of things. We spend time fantasizing, making sure everything is laid out right, we're ready, and we're prepared for the storms. I feel like men aren't that prepared for the storms, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's just all about what feels good and what's catering to me, what's best for me, for men in that moment. And if it doesn't feel best, then it's like I'm going to leave and go to what I think is best, but it's not. Even like with the accountability thing, accountability is good for people, but people feel like, oh no, you're actually controlling me. And it's like, no, you actually said you were going to do those dishes 2 days ago, and I didn't say nothing for 2 days, but now it's the 4th day, so do them damn dishes. You know what I'm saying? But then that's where reality ties in. Reality is, like we already said, I cannot be your peace all the time. Reality is, we are going to argue. Reality is, we're going to have disagreements, and we're going to have to agree to disagree on a lot of situations, because we are two different people. And I think with men and women have a little more patience and a little more leniency, and I don't think men have that right now. And I think that's like the barrier. Where I would say that's the, like, I ain't gonna say that, but that's like the barrier between, like, to me, those 3 things: intentionality, reality, and accountability. Those are the things that make a man a king to me. I'd be like, okay, you're my king once you have those.
Oh man.
Once you have those, because if you don't have those, then it's like you can't lead me, and I want to submit. But I cannot submit if you do not show me that you have those things. Or if I'm leading, I'm not saying I'm leading in every single thing, but certain areas you have, and I'm big in my faith. So certain areas, the word says a man needs to lead. And if I'm holding you to the standard of the word and you don't want to do that,
you're overplaying your part.
So I don't think, but I see that in a lot of different, like, relationships, like, as far as, like, my friend groups, as far as, like, social media. That's what I can compare it to, because I'm not, like, in the streets to see, like, what everybody's doing. I'm really to myself. So I would say that's the biggest disconnect. Women got their flaws too. I'm not gonna lie. I speak as far on my behalf. I'm speaking of women that are like me.
Oh no,
not the women that's in the streets. I don't.
Oh, I understand it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get in there.
Okay, because I know you got something to say.
Oh yeah, as soon as you said, hold on now. But for real though, in my opinion, let me get for real. The biggest disconnect between men and women in 2024, in a sense, I feel like is either between communication and accountability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just feel like everybody want to be doing their own thing right now, and that's okay. But I feel like a lot of people are wanting to do their own thing, but also have somebody attached to their hip as well while they're doing it.
Yeah, it's like that codependency thing. If you're gonna do your own thing, just say that.
Like, let me know. And I feel like, and that's where I feel like bad people are created. When I say bad people, it's people with good hearts turn to bad people. Yeah. It comes from situations like that, bro. And in a sense, I feel like that's the biggest disconnect of 2024 is a lot of men having to stay in shit they don't want to, bro. Or deal with things that they shouldn't have to. No, if you're a man out there dealing with a woman that's not holding you down, not being respectful to you in a manner, bro, you don't deserve that. If you're a woman out there and a man isn't doing the same thing, being respectful to you, treating you like an absolute one of a one in a million, then he ain't the one for you, bro. Somebody that's like Armani said. I say it ain't really fast, so it sounds like money, but
that's what people call me.
Yeah, like Armani said, bro, somebody who loves you truly is genuine. They patient with you. When an argument, what we might seem as an argument, let me put it like this. Let me take it out. Let me take out my situation. Let me take my own self out. So my godparents, man, been married for a long time, right? Man, when I tell you one of the biggest things around them when I stayed with them for COVID, like you would think they having a disagreement, like a little argument, and it don't be that. It'd be on some, I'll say this, my goddad to say something, my godmom would go to the room. I'm talking about after a couple of words, like I ain't never seen it before, like what this is? And then like she disappeared. She went to the room. 3 minutes, maybe not even 3 minutes. 2 minutes came. She walked back out the room, walked over to him, gave him a hug like nothing was wrong. Sat next to him like nothing was wrong. And I said, since then, that's how I would imagine my relationship to be, bro. It takes so much more to be angry. It takes so much more to allow that person to keep pissing you off, bro. If you truly love somebody, bro, like anytime somebody walk into the room, you smiling.
Yeah.
You smiling because they you already know they bring that much joy to your heart, to your life. And I feel like a lot of times either we get complacent and forget what a person brings into our life.
Get too focused on the negative. Yeah. I have a question real quick. I know you kind of wrapped it up. Okay. Please. So if you were to get, this may be biased, and I hope this don't come off judgmental. Not to you at all.
I know, I'm listening. It's okay.
But so if you were to get a woman who does do that, but it comes, I think a lot of men don't realize it comes with more. Because if you were to get a woman who says that she's not going to do you wrong, she wants all this stuff, and she's going to provide all these things for you, what she brings to the table, which,
I know where it's going. I got you.
Are you able to handle that? Like, I think a lot of men are not able to handle, like, they're used to the toxicity, and they run immediately back to the toxicity once they get a dose of, like, how serious this can get. Like, this, you wanted a real female, okay, you have her, and it's like, okay, now you're being held accountable. And I was like, okay, hold on. I did say that, but I didn't. Because, we go through life, like, if we're together, I'm literally living my life, you're living your life, and it's like now somebody sees my day-to-day. Like, now you see, I might post on Instagram, I go to the gym every day, but this week I ain't going. I'm actually at McDonald's this week. I'm laying in the bed this week. My credit score is going down because I just bought $3,000 worth of stuff. And it's like, okay, now you have somebody holding you accountable, and it's like, oh, dang, I don't know if I can do this. That's just a hypothetical situation, but, like, I think it's a lot that comes with the people that you may want as well. So maybe the reason that stuff is not coming to you because you may not just be ready for that. And that's not a bad thing, but a lot of times we are not ready for that. Like I know for me, I have a hard before the last situation, I had a hard time submitting. I was very like masculine energy type of woman. I was raised by a man, so like I have that. But yeah. So it's like, don't be doing too much. I
remember that side of you. Truly,
yeah.
Truly.
So it's like, I wasn't ready for somebody to lead until I was ready for somebody to lead, until I feel like God was like, okay, you've actually grown a little bit. You thought you didn't have to grow no more, but you've actually learned to submit stuff to me and not be so controlling. So now let's see how this go. You know, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know how to put it in no other way.
No, that's completely understandable. So one thing that speaks volumes to me, and I saw this a long time ago, and I actually implemented it in my last past
relationship.
Yeah. Something that I did, man. We sat down, little date night, man, and I say, I want you to write out everything that you expect a man to be in your life, and I'm going to do the same. We wrote out all of our things, talked about them. You know, asked everything that you wrote on your paper that you want to see in a man. Are you ready to do? And, you know, self-realization. Everybody said yeah. You know, terms were good. You know, signed the contract.
Not signed the contract.
Signed the contract, man. I was ready. I was ready. Sadly, I was all in. But I felt like I was doing the right thing. Seeing where this is going, not trying to take too many big steps, taking the small steps, being patient with myself, but being patient with her. And I think that's where I fucked up. I think that's where I made the mistake. I think that I might have learned too much. I was too patient. And it ended up, instead of being a advancement, it was holding me back. Because in being too patient, I let down my barriers too much. And those, what I know were red flags, were looking green.
Yeah. Because we be blinded by love. That's why it's important to have people around us that have good judgment. We be blinded.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's
we
bad.
Be forcing our own will into fruition. Like, oh, no, this is going to work. This is fine. I can love through that. It's fine.
What's one of the hardest things that you ever had to push through in a relationship that you knew for a fact? What's one of the biggest red flags you've seen that came to life later on? That you ignored that came to life?
Y'all about to hate me. Mama's boys.
You like mama boys?
No, I don't.
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't mind you having a mother, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But, like, I've experienced a very low, this is not my last relationship, by the way. This is not the last relationship. This is not who I'm talking about. Because I'm not messing.
No, they're going to be watching. You know,
they're going to be,
all of them going to be watching.
Exactly. This is not who I'm talking about. But, I think just mama's boy to the capacity of a man that can't think for himself.
They kind of call his mama for every opinion.
And it's like, at first it was like a turn on for me because it was like, okay, what you were saying, it's like, ooh, how did you think of that? Like, you talking to a woman, like, but you got that from your mama.
You know what? I need to do like that. Come talk to me.
Like,
tell me what to say. You feel me?
It was like, okay.
My mama got me in the street stuck.
Good. No. You think for yourself and you get through life with your own mistakes. You go through your own mistakes, but it was just like, people know their children and people know what their children are good at and lack at. But that probably, I saw it in the beginning and it was like a rush thing. And I'm not gonna lie, now this is with a lot of my relationships. I get not forced, but I get pressured into a lot of relationships. I do not get in a lot of relationships. And it's on purpose because I know how I get. I used to be a crash out. Like, I don't play. And now being in my faith, it's like, okay, God deliver me from that. Thank you, Jesus. Because I would have been crazy. But a lot of the times I let that boundary be overstepped. And with that, I think the mama's boy thing, I'm not beating around the bush a lot, but the mama's boy thing is like, I need somebody that can think for themselves and have emotional intelligence. If you cannot understand that I feel a way and it's not your job to control how I feel, we cannot date. And I cannot be your therapist and your girlfriend. I can be a therapist. I can be a shoulder to cry on. We can talk about your trauma. But when it comes to people pleasing you for the sake of the relationship, I cannot do that. We need to go talk to somebody. So in arguments, I can step outside of myself a lot. That's probably like one of my like biggest things that a lot of people say out of me. I know how to step outside of my feelings and see you. Even if you did me wrong. Like I'm like, okay, you know what? You do deal with lust. You do deal with pride. You do deal with that. So I can see how that was a struggle for you. So I will minimize me so I can cater to you. Then we'll get back to me. I cannot do that all the time. I can be your therapist. We could talk about your childhood. We could talk about us. We can have safe spaces. But when it gets to a point where my emotions are neglected because you feel like yours are bigger than mine, that's a different thing. And I think I'm from up north. So a lot of people in the South and even people's mothers believe that I'm supposed to shut up. And I'm not a Southern belle. Like I'm not. I can be nurturing, but I'm not going to let a man walk over me. I'm not going to let a man disrespect me. And I think...
As he shouldn't.
I think a lot of times, for me, the experience with mother boys, mama boys, I think that role of a woman is not portrayed correctly as far as woman and man. Like, it's just not it's just portrayed very legalistically, like, women are supposed to shut up and you're supposed to just take what you get and not talk to people when and that's not the case.
And I just seen a video on that too. It go both ways. And I don't know who I was talking to recently, but they said something and I said I was going to put it in this podcast. And I've been remembering this whole time since you said something about it. You said something earlier and I wanted to say it so bad, but I held off. But somebody told me a woman is supposed to follow a man. But listen, how he said it like this. He said the man is the head and the woman is the neck. You can't go nowhere without your neck. A man needs a strong woman to have his back in time so he can move correctly, so he can advance and step to the next part of life where he needs to be. A man, so I think one of the last things he said was to be a strong man. Truly, you can have your bros around, you can have everybody else. But somebody that's going to hold you down, you feel me?
You ain't no strong man without no woman.
You feel me? Somebody that actually take you and build you up. It's almost like, in a sense, like, it's truly building a home.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
And I want to take you a step further. Like, yes, the woman is a neck. In the Bible, men are called to love their wives as Jesus loved the church. The church as not a building, but the church as the body of Christ. The people that makes that church. Mm-hmm. And the body of Christ. Christ is the head. So men are supposed to be the head. The woman is supposed to be the entire body. The man is supposed to think. The man is supposed to see. The man is supposed to listen. The man is supposed to speak for the woman, the body. You know, like in your brain, everything happens because of your brain. Like you can't move. You know, I remember in school, like you'll learn the left side of your brain works the right side of your body or whatever. But that's exactly how that works. Like, I completely agree with you. Like that's literally in the word. Like that's how we need to be. I can't be led. I agree. I'm supposed to follow a man. I'm not just following any man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like honestly, me and my friends are a little different. She's like, I just immediately follow. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's probably why people don't last long. That's probably why people don't last long. Because once you show me you're not really there, I cannot follow you. Now, I can be there with you and I can stick it through to watch you grow. But a lot of times when I'm sticking through it and watching people grow, I'm also leading them. And that hurts egos. Mm-hmm. And that makes people leave. And I can be a little softer. I definitely can. I'm not going to say I'm just like the softest. I have been growing to be softer. But I'm a work in progress. One thing I always say, I love a trying man. If you're trying and it's working, I'm there. So I just feel like as a trying woman, people should work with you. Like, okay, you know, you could just tone it down a little bit. You know, you ain't got to be so hard body. Okay.
I didn't speak on that, but I definitely think that's one of the disconnects of 2024. Females want to think like niggas.
Yeah, y'all made us.
And I was just gonna say that. And I was just gonna say, but it's our own fault.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
It's not the black. It's society's fault.
Yeah.
It's the system.
I try to treat my queens good, you know, when I'm down for that. When I'm in that mode, I'm a true believer of, y'all probably not heard it in every other podcast. I say this leap once in every podcast. What you put in the word, you get out of it. I'm a true firm believer of that. Yeah. So I feel like the love that I put out to the woman that I'm seeing, I definitely feel like it's supposed to be, you know, what word it starts with an R?
Reciprocated.
There we go. Reciprocated. And I just saw a video on TikTok speaking to me. I saw all these TikToks in one night. I promise you. This ain't no around a weekend in times. No, I saw all these in one night, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm telling you. Get on TikTok tonight. All right. He was like, reciprocation. It's not fair that men have to beg for it. If anything, you know what?
Why y'all making our men beg? They gonna say I'm a pick me.
They definitely gonna say you're a pick
I don't care.
She team man. I love that.
Why do y'all make the men beg?
I feel like, but you know, from y'all conversation with women, they feel like men gotta deserve it. And
now men do need to earn it, because
I think women gotta earn it.
Now
I'm in my bag now. No, you gotta earn. Fuck that.
No, I agree. Everybody needs to earn everything. Nothing is free. However, I do think we live in a culture where men do expect a little more. Like, y'all talk about women being masculine, but y'all want the women to do the role of finding the husband, and it's he who finds a wife. So y'all want women to chase you. And it's like, I can flirt a little bit. I'm gonna keep it girly though. You don't want no man approaching you. What's up? You look fine as hell. Like, what's up? Like, you don't want that. Like, but that's the woman that do that. The woman that do that is not gonna end up being the woman with the mentality that you want.
Yeah, you damn sure right about that. Because she already gonna come into a relationship thinking she runs shit. Because first of all, look how she just got you.
Exactly. Damn, you just got.
You gotta talk about your drawers. You gotta talk about your drawers.
So if you want a woman worth having, you need to be a man worth grab it. Let me go back to rapping, y'all. Let me get back in the mic. But for real, like, I'm not. You want me to be a soft woman? You don't want to be hard body. You need to be a strong man that don't make me hard body. I'm a reflection of you, and that's reality. I'm put here to. I don't know if it's biologically, but something. I think like psychologically, I am a reciprocal, like a reflection of you. So whatever you give me, I reproduce. Whatever you give me, I reproduce. So if you give me anger, you give me trust issues, you give me bitterness, you give me whatever, that's all I can reproduce. I'm a reproducer. I'm just multiplying that. If you give me peace, if you give me security, I reproduce that. And we see videos on that all the time. Like, oh, you give a woman a house, she'll make a home. You give a woman we see the videos all the time. But like, that's true. What you give me, I give back. And it's not like on some tit for tat, but that's just our nature. So I can't chase you. I'm sorry. Unless you want me to be your man. Like, unless you want me to be your man.
I don't know if I even want to say this on a podcast to just put it out there live, but me, myself, and I just feel like in this day and age in life, in my life, how I'm working, I just feel like when I say I'm looking for a woman, in a sense, I'm looking for I want a woman in heels, someone that's emotionally intelligent, emotionally vulnerable. And I actually do like for to chase just a little bit. And when I say chase, and that's why I was kind of tempted to say, I don't want to say chase, but
you said a woman that chase?
Yeah. Okay. I want, not in a sense chase, but I want a woman that shows up for me. Yeah. In a sense. I don't want to have to worry if somebody else is receiving her attention. Like, I want to be a priority in a sense. That's what I mean by chase. And I feel like a lot of men don't get chased. I mean, I don't know. There's some guys with the gift for the gab, and I understand that. It ain't me. I ain't used to it. So for me and myself and I, it comes with simple stuff like constant communication.
Yeah.
Consistency across, like, calling, making something straight. Bro, I don't care about it. It be the small stuff. It truly be the small stuff for men. And I feel like a lot of times that's what women forget.
Do you expect that during the dating stage or the relationships?
Nah, you don't owe me nothing.
I think, just speaking out of like maybe like my college days, I wouldn't do that just because I was in the mindset like I ain't no groupie. I ain't finna do all these other stuff. If you like me, you gonna show me. And I'd be mad when they don't do it. I'm like, oh, you.
Tight,
Okay, I feel it. I ain't one of them. Okay, I get it. I'm like, Lord.
Yeah. Thought you were team, baby. Man,
I ain't up there. Okay, I get it. I ain't up there. And I just leave you
come back to
alone.
life.
Yeah,
Come back to life.
Come back to real life. Okay, I ain't all
It'd be
that.
like-
But you ain't all that either, though. Just
It be like that. It be like that. Like,
but I can definitely say, like, I get, like, I think for me at least, it was like, I don't want to just bother you. Women be like, we don't want to impede. I think that's the word. Like, impede on what you have going on. Like, I'm not finna call. I don't want to call this man and he got another bitch over there. I just don't want to overdo my part. So I'm not about to force myself into a space that you may have other stuff going on. You may be like talking to other people. I don't want to call and there's somebody there. I don't want to do none of that. Like,
oh, that's what I know I wanted to say. I saw a TikTok that say, man, boy, I don't care. In life, person to person, man to man, woman to woman, dog. I'm gonna look you dead in the face when I say this. If somebody wants you, gang, they are going to come and get you, bro. There is nothing in their world that would truly keep a person from coming to get you if they want you, bro. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If a mom wants you, they gonna come get you, gang. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, they gonna call. They gonna.
You feel me? They gonna, bro. Like, that's why you got people that reach out sometimes. That's why consistency is a big thing for me, bro. Gang, if I'm not worth your time, please stop wasting mine. Please.
They want casual and not
You
intentional.
bored. You stop texting me. You bored. I'm too grown for this. And I think that's one of my phases of life I'm in right now too.
Yeah.
I'm too grown for this. What is we doing? It's real money out here to get. Like, it's real money out here to get. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't do
What's
the
we
kind.
doing? Like, I'm tired of wasting my time.
Yeah. I think it's the mindset thing. People are stuck in that mindset of casual. Like you said, we getting old. I expect to be married by tomorrow.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I pushed it off. It's to 30.
Okay.
It was 26 at first, you know. It's 30 now, gang.
I don't have a date. I mean, I don't have a year or I can't even talk. A age. But I do know if I'm dating somebody, how long it takes for you to propose to me. So we'll have a conversation.
See, I'm a lover boy. I be ready.
As you should.
You give me a week, I'ma be in lust.
As you should.
You give me a month, I might be in love. For real.
I don't even play like that. If you're not trying to get married, leave me alone. I don't do that.
Like, I'm not trying to learn your name. I'm not trying to meet your mama. I'm not trying to know your sister. Don't stop coming into my life if you ain't trying to get married. Like, that's what I'm on. Like, what is wrong with this generation? Do we not want the? I be getting so thrown out. Like, do we not want the same stuff? Like, do we not want what our parents didn't have?
But you have to ask that stuff early on. Like, what are your intentions? That's why I think that intentionality piece is so important. Like, I ask those questions. I'd be like, okay, what's the intentions?
And just like we always say, people,
they lie.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's why you actually speak louder than words. Okay, your intentions is to marry me. Okay, what's up? Like, we gonna see. And you see how people, my friend just told me, Armani, you have a lot of people that actually, not a lot of people, but people that you've dated like you, they show you. I like jazz. Take me to a jazz concert. Like, I like to play instruments that I don't know how to play.
Type shit. I literally just told my mama today I'm learning how to play the piano.
Literally. Like, so buy me instruments, and they do that. And
hey, hold on. Niggas is buying you instruments? Hold on. Niggas is buying you instruments?
I got a bongo.
It went outside the box. Wow.
But that's how you know people like you. And if I don't get that from you, I just leave you alone. Like, I have a friend now who invited me to go to Houston. I'm not going to Houston. I'm sorry, but because I don't know the intentions. That's not the kind of attention that I want. I don't want you to fly me out somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you, because what's the intentions behind that? The purity. It's like, oh, I heard you talking about them bongos the other day. check your mail.
Yeah, you feel me? Let's go to a musical concert.
Or
Would you like to meet me? You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. So the attention is not always good. You have to be able to see, okay, yeah, I'm going through this, and you invited me out the state. You invited me on a getaway for free. My daddy told me ain't nothing free. I'm sorry. Nope. But you caught my interest. You know I love the Lord. You bought me a new Bible. You bought me a study journal. I journal all the time. People buy me journals all the time. Like, okay, you know me. You actually took initiative to show that you actually like me, or that you know what I like. And that's how I know that you're a man worth following, because you can take initiative and you can show commitment. I'm giving y'all keys. Don't buy me nothing. Don't give me no notebook, no nothing. Like, don't be trying to take on game, but like, I'm for real. Like, that's how you show people you like them. And don't use that and trick these young ladies either, men. Don't do that and try to act like you like somebody and just to get them out their drawers. If they smart, they would not give them to you. But that's another story.
What does picking better look like for you?
Praying. I told the next relationship I get in, God got to show me his face. I'm so serious. You think I'm like,
in a dream and everything?
Yes, I have dreams. Like, what happened in my last, I had a dream about that. Not playing. Yes, I had a dream, and I literally was on it for months. But I was like, oh, I ain't gonna have it. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. I'm just paranoid. Nah, I ain't here. So, yeah, no. God gonna have to show me his face, and I believe he can do that. But that's what I'm saying. That's why spirituality is a big part of relationships, because you have a helper. I'd rather not be going through life letting people do me wrong without God telling me, yo, watch out for this one. Holy Spirit, yo, keep away from that. All right, cool. I would stay away. That I have a guidance. Like, I have somebody teaching me who to be around, who not to be around. And things will line up with what's good. What's good is what's God. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Like, I'm not, now if you play with God and you try to get close to me, God gonna deal with you. Now, I might crash out just a little bit, get my vengeance just a little bit, because I don't even play with my God. Like, you play with God, you done. Like, I don't even play like that. You got to be a strong person to play with the Lord. You don't even got to believe in God and know not to play with God. So, I don't think anybody would do that. But if they did, I got big G.O.D. on my side. So, he gonna tell me. He gonna let me know, like, yo, be careful. That intuition, that Holy Spirit, all that's gonna direct me into the right arms, hopefully. And if not, because I'll be thinking, like the last time, I literally forced my will into that. So I'm not gonna say I forced, because it did seem like everybody was saying, it did seem, and I'm not saying that person was bad, like, not at all. I'm not saying that at all. Like, it just was not what God wanted for us, and that's okay.
At the time.
Yeah, you never know what may happen in some years. Like, you never know. So, like, you just have to listen and not force stuff. When you see red flags, pray about it. Ask God, what is this? Surrender it to him. Let him show you what it is. And then when he showed you what it is, you have to listen. That's our problem. We be, it's okay.
Nah, for real. No, for real.
Oh, no.
No, seriously.
They couldn't do that. They wouldn't
do that. You feel me? They wouldn't do
that. Nah. We be delusional. That's when the delusion kick in. When God literally show you and you sitting there still standing there. Like, you still.
You knew better.
We be knowing better. And it's like, it's just because we be wanting stuff so bad.
You know what's crazy? I won't forget, bro. I remember going through a little argument or phase or whatever. And I text, man. Texting my brother. Texting my brother. He say, Quan, what do you want out of this? Like, I'm this is a moment I'm depressed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, since after August, about 3 months. 3 months I slept on this couch. 3 months I barely left that room. 3 months I barely went to the gym. Like, it was a hard.
It gets like that. Oh, Jesus, it gets
school,
like that.
Still having a school podcast.
Shut up. I be quick to stop podcast. Y'all.
I can't though. It's bigger than me. It's
mental health is bigger than everything.
It's bigger than me. My whole purpose is bigger than me. You got to keep going. It doesn't stop with me. Just because I'm going through it doesn't mean that next person, the same person I'm out there trying to motivate, his day might be 10 times harder. No. His day. Granted.
Letting people.
I put in the world goodness. I promise you. I promise you. I treat everybody with moral respect, good character. I promise you. I love everybody until I don't. And then I become an asshole.
But what does that do?
It protects me.
Being an asshole protects you. Does it make you feel good?
It makes me feel like I'm setting a boundary for myself, allowing myself not to go down that path to being hurt again. It feels like it's almost like I'm pushing the brake while you're applying the gas. We're stopped. We're halting. Ain't nothing more. Ain't nothing coming through. Ain't nothing going out.
So what does that look like? Like, what is the boundary? Like, what's the boundary?
The boundary is, to be honest, I don't want to say if that sounds so selfish.
That's your boundary. That's where you at with it.
If I explain something,
Mm-hmm.
if we talk and we come to very much so of a mutuality agreement of like how we plan to move with one another,
Mm-hmm.
and you go off that, I'm dead. Everything,
Yeah.
everything. I'm cutting you off. I'm block. I've been
Blocking?
I've been in my blocking phase, and I feel like it's so bitch made. But to be honest, as a man, I feel like I just have to delete you completely out of my life. And I say it's bitch made for a reason. I don't want to say bitch made, but I feel like, in a sense, like I be telling myself, like, Quan, you just simply don't respond. You don't have to respond, but it for me, it's on them seeing the name pop up, seeing the name come across my screen. Like, I can't do that part.
I feel that. That's where that's your boundary. That's your boundary.
Yeah.
It's like people have different boundaries. I don't have.
I'm shaking right now for some reason. Very interesting.
I block people once you've abused your privilege. So I've had an ex like and comment on a new person's post. Now you're blocked because you can keep the privilege of just being a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't keep.
Nah, that nigga want
just being weird.
He wanted skin, gang. Ain't no way.
Like,
Ain't no way.
You kind of you abuse
I'm not gonna
your
lie.
privileges.
There was something going up. I guarantee you, there was something going up here that he immediately regretted that, because there's just no way possible I'm ever coming. To be honest, after I see you pop up with your nigga, I'm following you respectfully.
But no, it was never a follow. Nobody followed anybody.
What?
So it's like a go look for type of thing. But anyways,
no, that's stalkerish.
Anyways, I don't block people.
She wasn't throwing shots, bro. But
I don't block people only because we're different people though. So it's not like to say you're wrong or anything. But I'm a very, very caring person, and I feel like, and it may be a lack of boundaries. I'm working on it. But I just feel like if you need something, I can be there. But when I'm ready, if you message me and it's like 2 days after you done cheated on me and all of that, I'm like, yeah, no, are you stupid? Like I've had, oh my gosh, never mind, that's the gossip. Okay, never mind. But I'll tell you later though. I'll tell you later, but like,
see you later, y'all.
But like, yeah, no, I can't do that. But I don't know, maybe I think I'm more important than I am. But I just be like, if you ever reach back, I know everything I always give, especially in my last relationships. Well, honestly, my only relationships as an adult, I was pure. As pure as I can be. I'm not perfect. Pure doesn't mean well, at least it does. But my purity as a human being does not mean perfect. So I know I was wrong in some areas. I probably was too much. I'm always hearing that. You're just too much. You're just too much. Okay. I hold you accountable. I'm too much. Okay. But I think I always have like an open heart to like, you can come to me if anything happens. If you get kicked out, evicted, don't got no money on, I give you like $5. Like, I give you like $5. Give you something to eat.
If it came
quick.
down to it though.
Yeah.
And granted, like,
but that's just it. I just want to be available. I just want to be contactable. Unless you do me absolutely right. Like certain people know not to call my phone. It's the ex I had years ago. He knows never to call my phone. He knows that. And I think he did one time with like a weird behind number, and I cussed him out and hung up. Like certain people know not to call. But that's before, Armani now.
No, I'm that way now. I'm selfish. I'm selfish with my time now. Mm-hmm. I'm not smiling in your face. I'm not answering the phone. I'm not doing
They really did you definitely dirty then.
I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I'm at a place right now where I ain't gonna lie, gang. It's just, I don't know.
Especially if you don't have anything nice to say.
I mean,
Is it like a I don't have anything really? Is nothing less left for us to say?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't even say that. I would just say it's on a spectrum where like there's just so much damage personally, or it's it might not even be that. It might have been the time of I've had to sit in it
Yeah.
and not fix it between myself and that person, or just not fix it by myself. I've sat in it. I thought about it. Probably made it bigger than what it was. To be honest.
Because you sat in it so long.
To be honest, that's just me taking accountability. But I ain't gonna lie, it put me in a place. It was, bro, like it pissed me off. That reason I feel this way, like I already been down this. I already been down this path. It ended way worse. It went on a completely different scale that I never thought it would get to. That's why I feel my pain exists. And being open and being vulnerable with this person, only to be done, what I feel is 10 times worse.
Yeah.
It shuts you out. It makes you a different person.
Yeah.
How can it not? And I feel like a lot of people looking at, like, granted, a lot of times it's easy for us to say, forgive and forget, move on, still accept love for what it is, still allow people in your life, don't block your blessings. But damn, bro, I just rather stay to my damn self. It's easier. Just it's like people say money ain't never gonna cheat on you. Money ain't never gonna hurt you. It's not. It's not. And plus, when you get the money, when you become something about yourself, the people that you want, the people that you actually want to be a part of your circle, you're going to attract without even having to look. That's why I feel like, that's why I say when I'm in a different level, I'm in a different zone right now, I'm grinding my ass off. And it's to be at a place that I don't want to say, I feel like that sounds like I'm searching, but it just to be at a place where my wife can look and say, hey, that's a man that I, like you say, I want to, I believe I can follow. You feel me? Like he got something going for himself. He got his head on straight. That's why, like, all this shit, I've been cussing way too much during this podcast, y'all. My fault. But all of it really just boils down to, I feel like I just want to be loved. And I meant to say that earlier when I was talking about the main story. But yeah, he asked me what I wanted out of it, and I just told him, bro, I want to be loved. And being the best friend he is, he shot it back in my face. He said, if love is all you want, Quan, you doing something wrong. And it took me, it sent me back to the drawing board, because he was true. It was real what he said. To accept love, you also have to accept defeat, trials, and tribulations with the love that comes with it. Just like you said, not blocking your blessings out. And I feel like that's the hardest part, man. It's so fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's so hard to keep being a good person after being messed up and crapped on so many times. It's hard.
And you're not the only person that feel like that. So many people feel like that. And I think as a man, you guys, I just feel for that. Because, like, you are the provider. So it's easy to be driven by, like, I need to get myself together. I need to do all this stuff so I can provide, so I can do this, so I can do that. And so I can be around the people I need to. And I think it's also important to note that you can do that now. You don't have to wait. And we were talking about TikToks, all the TikToks we done watched earlier. I saw a clip of a podcast, and I don't want to mistake, so I'm not going to name it, because I don't know for sure. But it was just saying, like, a lot of the things that we own and possess betray us at some point in time.
Ooh.
And it was like, okay, like, because you just said, like, money doesn't make you upset. And it's like money in itself probably don't. But the things that we get, like, if I buy, like, I have to get a new car. That's just what I got to do right now. And it's like, once upon a time, that car that I got made me very happy. Very happy. That car that I got had me flexing on my haters.
Feel me?
So it was like, okay, but now it's betraying me. So I got to get, I didn't got, I'm for real. Like, bro, I just spent over 3 bands on you, and now I got to go ahead and get a new one? What are you talking about? It's rusting. I'm from up north, so I guess he said the air is different, so it rusts quicker at the bottom. So, like, my car is literally picking apart on the engine. So it can fall apart anytime I'm literally riding by God's will. So I have to get a new car ASAP. But it's like, that's what life. Jobs betray us. Jobs lay us off. Jobs demote us. Jobs go away because we got robots taking over. Shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these things betray us. And I think what you're searching for is love. But it's deeper. Like, it's much deeper. Like, it's much deeper than that. And I'm really excited for you to, like, see, like, that journey. I know we ain't close or nothing like that or nothing, but you saying, but like, I see your podcast all the time, and I see the work that you're putting into it. So hopefully, like, one day you are like able to, like, really, really, like, just strip yourself and show everybody everything. I don't know if you have already, but just show everybody everything, and then, like, we see, even before or after that, we just see, like, the fruits of what you're working towards. But not even, but I'm just excited for that. And I don't know, I hate the standard that society put on men. I know you have to provide, but providing is more than money. And I want you to just remember that. It's way more than, honestly. I know we grown now. We want a man with a big boy job. Yes, I do want a man with a big boy job. But I think what's more important is, I told you before, of course, your submission to the Lord, but also I think it's your heart, like your ambition. I would say, I would classify myself as a real woman, but people would defer. You know, the people think I'm probably a pick me. What they say, like, I might be a pick me, so I don't know. But I think, like, stuff that's worth something is more than just money, because that stuff goes away. So what don't go away is stuff inside of you. So I do think that should be the fuel.
And don't get me wrong, one day it will be.
I see it. It's showing. You're doing
I
so
promise
good.
you,
Ooh,
like,
I'll cry right now.
no, I wanted to. Earlier, I felt it. Earlier, I felt it. Like, it was big for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I tried to hold back, but I
Mhm.
don't really cry, y'all. But nah, don't get me wrong. Like, although I feel like, I tell myself, I ask myself all the time, is it a facade, Coin? Are you putting on a facade? I ask myself that, like, being realistic with myself. And to be honest, it truly comes down to wanting what you're putting in the world to actually happen in your life. Like, for so long you can put good into the world. For so long you can be this good person. Like, you see me walking around Camp Gang. I promise you, I speak to every person I see.
Hold the door. He's such a gentleman.
Like, I don't play them games. Like, I truly put it in the world what I want to get out of it. And so many times when you get let down, it's almost like it becomes a thing of the imagination. It becomes like every time you get into a situation as such, you're going to be let down. And yeah, that's where we at with it. Relationships, friendships, situationships. I just can't care no more.
This is what it is.
Disconnect. That's what it is.
This is what it is. It's always going to happen. And I think the sooner we as a people, and I speak to myself as well, understand that is what just happens, and just to focus on the beautiful things of life, we will learn to be content in all areas. I was going to say something and you said something, but I just completely forgot. Acting like you.
Yeah. You're really gone.
I just completely forgot.
Think about so much. Yeah.
But yeah, you deserve what you put out, for sure.
So do you.
Thank you.
So do you.
Thank you.
And in due time, I know for a fact it's going to come. I feel like a lot of times the reason men and women don't understand each other because we don't have conversations like this. Mm-hmm. Like, it be simple. It can be a simple sit down, but the thing about it, those sit downs only happen when people are interested in being in relationships with one another,
yeah.
I have to be your just your bestest of best friends to have that conversation with you. Like, granted, we're not on that level, we're not on that scale, but yet the conversation still had. Yet when we walk away from this conversation, this podcast today, we can walk into our lives and take for what we heard here. Like, granted, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you said something earlier, I won't lie. I'll say, I don't want to say it on camera. I'll tell you later.
Please don't forget. Type it down. Put it in the phone.
I'll tell you later.
Put it in the phone because I want to remember.
I'll tell you later. No, but I'll say it. On a piece of vulnerability, I felt in my heart, the goodness in me felt like I needed to apologize. I needed to apologize for the things that I didn't know about, and I say that when I say didn't know about, I say that from a sense of the things that I brought to the table that weren't always 100% in the ways that I thought they were. Mm-hmm. Basically, you kind of get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Like, we have a perception of what we feel like our 100, and it's okay because that was your 100 at the time. But we are evolving people.
I'm literally shaking, bro. I'm shaking so bad. My stomach is shaking. Oh.
That's good. You're getting... Shake it off. But we are... This is something I reflect with my friends all the time. And I love that we're having this conversation. I don't small talk. I'm not going to lie. I do not. I small talk. Hey, how you doing? Okay. And keep it pushing. If we can't have a deep conversation, I really don't talk. But anyway, okay, yes. So, and I don't think this is what I was going to say, but I do have something to say too that like I said, I was just talking to a friend about that same exact thing, and we don't cherish friendships like that. We seclude these intimate conversations, and intimate is not just sex, guys. It's actually, the definition of intimate, I don't know it by heart, but it's to bond with somebody on a very deep level. And we seclude that to relationships. And like, we should be building that with friendships, and then one day, God willing, one of those friendships may turn into a relationship
because you've already
did that. But we don't have these conversations. I have deep conversations like this often with my friends, but we girls, so we just, we kicking it. But we need to definitely have more conversations like that with people around us. And it's just unfortunate that we don't. It was definitely something else I had to say, but I just cannot remember.
It'll come back. Our money. We brought it to your house today. By saying in your house, granted we in my space, but Armani is big on her podcast for doing podcasts on the couch. On the couch, they be comfortable, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Armani, at the end of every single episode, I always asked the guests to give a message to the person out there watching. The person out there that may be going through your story, the person out there that may be in the same shoes as you are, or maybe there soon. We don't know how life works out in many different ways. If you had one thing to say to them, what would you say? Wait, you can't prepare?
Yeah, no. Well, I'm always prepared, but I have a scripture. Okay. That's okay.
Of course it's okay.
Okay. And this is a scripture that a lot of people, we kind of say this a lot, but it's very deep, and I feel like it helps a lot of people. Let me talk to the people. Sorry, I be talking to you. I think this scripture helps a lot of people at different times in their life. It can mean a lot of different things. It can get as deep or as surface level as you allow it. But it's from Proverbs. We all know Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. In all of this whole conversation, we've been talking about what we got from things, how we understand the relationships, how we understand our emotions, how we understand people. And I think it's important that we don't always know the whole thing. We don't always know. We're not always right, and that's okay. And if we know who is right, which is he's God, God knows everything. We don't know nothing. But if we just seek him, he will show us the path, even with our purpose. Like, believe it or not, I would still be trying to figure out, is a podcast my purpose? I'm not gonna lie, I be thinking about quitting every other week.
Damn, I feel like doing this. Oh my god.
I'd be like, yeah, nah, I don't have nothing else to say. Truthfully, I did my part. Let it go. And God has directed me in different areas on how to keep it going, but keep my me time. So as long as we reach out to him and seek him, he would like literally direct every single thing. Anybody that you see is doing well. Hopefully they do love the Lord, but those stuff is lined up. Like, stuff just drops. For me, right now, no, I ain't nobody yet, but stuff is just dropping.
Coming.
Stuff is just dropping in place.
It's coming.
Like, it's just dropping in place. And I see it. Like, I'm at the point where it's like, oh, I know what the Lord about to do.
You feel me?
I know what He's about to do, but
like,
I just gotta just sit and let Him I just walk the path He laid out. And if I get a little heartbroken here, lean not on my understanding. God knows it, not me. God knows what this is doing for me, not me. I don't know what this is growing in me right now, but it's growing something in me, and I'm gonna need it for the next step. Oh, there we go. Next step. All right, take my next step and just stay present. So, yeah, that's it. I can talk all night. Yeah.
Nah, man, this was an amazing podcast, giving both sides from not only a male perspective but a female perspective. We don't get that often. A lot of things I've been seeing is, granted, the 20v1s, like, you get some good insights, but all that be bull crap. Fuel by Pain is here to give you something that's real, something that's genuine, something that a lot of younger people are thinking. Granted, all that other stuff it be weird to me, bro. I feel like they just don't be on the same time we on. I ain't gonna lie, they be kicking a lot of good messages, and that be from the things that they realize in their life, the good, the bad, the ugly. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm still trying to understand mine. Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to understand what the good, the ugly, and the bad looks like.
You gotta accept it all. Yeah. Because all of that is you. But all the good things is you for real.
I'm trying to figure out what that looks like. What is the good? What's coming?
No, we're good right now.
We're good.
Like, the good stuff in you right now, that's who you are. You're none of the bad, all of the good. I'm gonna get that tatted somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm gonna get it tatted. My dad told me that too. He's smart. But for real, like, all of that makes you who you are. So don't. Self-identity, y'all. College is awesome. Go to college, play around, figure out who you are. Cause
no, for real.
It's the perfect place to do it. Now it's hard, but I'm gonna stop talking because we'll talk again.
No, it's okay.
That'll be a whole nother topic.
So, you know what? I was thinking that. I'm gonna let y'all go though. We're gonna run it back. There's gonna be a part 1 and 2. So we're gonna do a part 3 coming to y'all soon. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what y'all want to see next. FBP out, man.